Hello and welcome to this spicy vinyasa flow, very much focused on hip mobility and strength. I am at my sister's right now, so I don't have my regular dog, but I have her adorable dog that will probably be crawling all over me. So we'll get started on our backs. In Supta Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Bring one hand to heart and one hand to belly to allow yourself to arrive on your mat for a few moments. Always starting in this space of stillness for our yoga practice, because this is the way that yoga started. The roots of it all is meditation, mindfulness, awareness. So even though we will get into the moment, it's important to kind of just start here, check in. How are you doing today? What do you feel? What sensations are coming up? What feels heavy? Check in with the breath. Let's take a few big deep breaths together. Take a big inhale through your nose to fill. And open mouth, exhale, let that go. 2 more just like that. Big inhale through the nose to fill. Open mouth, release. Last time, inhale, fill. Let it go. Keep the legs as they are. Bring the hands overhead. Find a full body stretch. Take a couple big, deep belly breaths. And we'll set up for a bridge pose. So bring your knees together, plant your feet down underneath the knees, about hip width distance apart. Reach your hands towards your heels, then press into your feet to lift your hips up off of the ground. Noticing how the strength of the glutes of the back body can really open the front body. See if you can squeeze the glutes a little bit more. Keep your knees pulling in towards one another, inner thighs activated. Ground down into your left foot and then slowly bring your right knee towards your chest, finding that one-legged bridge. Press your right foot up towards the sky. Take a few big ankle circles one direction with that right foot, not doing it just because I told you to, but really finding the edges of that movement. And then start to move the ankle the other way around. Now point your right toes. Keep your right leg straight. Reach it all the way forward and down. As soon as your right heel touches the earth, lower your hips down. Pull your left knee into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Half wind removing posture. Open to your supine twist. Drop your left knee over towards the right side body and open up through the arms. And release. Bring your left knee through center. Plant your left foot onto the ground. And then bring your right knee towards your right armpit. Reach for the outside of that right foot. Half happy baby. Start to rock and roll in and out of that right hip. Giving yourself a little hip and lower back massage. Gentle release. Bring your right foot back down to the earth. Setting up for bridge pose again. Press down into your feet to lift your hips up off the ground. Press into your right foot, bring your left knee towards your chest, and then press your left foot all the way up towards the sky. We'll take a few big ankle circles one direction with that left foot, finding the motion of the ankle mobility, and then go the other way. Point your left toes, keep the hips lifted, reach your left foot forward and down. Your left heel will plant on the earth, or touch the earth rather, and then lower your hips down. So left leg is straight out in front of you. Bring your right knee into your chest and give it a squeeze. Half wind removing, drop your right knee over towards the left side body for your supine twist. Gently bring your right knee back up through center. Plant your right foot on the ground so right knee stays bent, and then bring your left knee towards your left armpit. Reach for the outside of your left foot. Half happy baby here. Trust me, we'll get deeper into the hips, but for now, let's see if we can just gently open up that left hip. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then maybe this time you come through center, find full happy baby. If that feels good, reach for the outside of the right foot. See if you can keep your lower back on the earth as you rock side to side, opening up through both hips. Plant your feet back down on the mat one more time, bridge pose. Press into your feet to lift your hips up towards the sky. This time, scoot your shoulders underneath the heart space. Maybe you interlace the hands behind the lower back. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards one another. Press your tailbone towards your calves. We're here for 3 deep breaths. And release. Lift your heels, release the hands, and then slowly make your spine back down to the earth. Once your hips hit, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Rock side to side. Eventually, let's meet in tabletop position. So start to rock and roll the length of your spine. Eventually, crossing the ankles in front of you, finding your hands and your knees. Find some wiggles here, side to side, or cat-cow, or barrel rolls, whatever feels good for you in your body. And then we'll come through center, ground down into your hands, ground down into your toes, tuck your toes underneath your feet, and then we'll hover the knees up off of the ground. Find strength in the spine and in the core. See if you can keep your left foot where it is, and then squeeze your right heel towards your right glute, just lifting your right foot up off the earth. And then gently plant that right foot back down. We'll do the other side. Bring your left heel, squeeze it towards your left glute, and bring it down. Let's do right hand. Bring your right hand towards your left shoulder. See if you can kind of keep your hips where they are. They'll move a little bit, but finding that stillness, and then drop the right hand. Bring your left hand towards your left shoulder. Tap, hold. Bring your left hand back down. Roll your hips all the way up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to hip width distance apart. Maybe bend the knees deep as you kind of shake out the hips and the legs, hamstrings. When we move into stillness, the knees might be super bent here. Really press into the hands, lengthen through your spine, and lift up through your tailbone. As you inhale, let's roll it forward. Back of the heart space pulls you into your high plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Drop your knees all the way down to the earth, and then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Flip to the tops of the feet. Inhale for your cobra pose. Roll your shoulders down and back, lengthen through your spine as you lift your heart space. As you exhale, let's look over to the right, so drop your left ear down to the mat. Gentle neck stretch there. Inhale, let's come up through center. Cobra pose. Exhale, drop your right ear, look over to the left. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, come through center, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, drop the left ear, look to the right. One more time. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, drop your right ear, look to the left. Inhale, come through center, find that cobra pose. Maybe your hands reach back towards your heels. Maybe your feet lift for that modified locust. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back to your child's pose. Hips to heels at the back of the mat. Reach the hands forward. Take a big inhale through your nose to fill. Open mouth, exhale, let that go. Inhale to your tabletop position. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Roll your hips up and back. Ground down into your left foot, and then we'll inhale, reach that right foot back and up. Don't bring that right foot super high, since this is our first 3-legged dog. Let's take a few big ankle circles one direction and the other, allowing that left calf to kind of release. Now point your right toes. Now keep your right foot lifted. We're going to see if we can lift that left heel slowly. As you keep the right foot lifted, drop your left knee down to the earth, 3-legged tabletop position. As you exhale, find that little chaturanga push-up, drop your heart space down. And then press back into the hands lift. Bend your right knee, cross your right knee behind your left, and then press your hips back towards your heels. Gentle hip stretch here as you find that cross-legged child's position. Take a few breaths. Okay, nice and gently roll back up onto your knees. Keep your right knee where it is. We're going to find a really active pigeon pose here. So slide your left knee forward towards your left wrist. You might press that right knee back a little bit more. Bring your fingertips wide. So super active pigeon here. Inhale, lift through the heart space. And then exhale, melt the heart space down. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come through center. Lift the shoulders up. We're going to sink onto our left hip. Open ourselves up towards that right side of the mat. Externally rotate that right hip so that your right hip can drop down to the earth. The left foot is on the inside of your right thigh. Then we're going to inhale, reach the hands high up towards the sky. And then exhale, drop your right hand down towards that right foot. Reach that left hand up overhead. Big left side body stretch. Keep your left hip down on the earth here. Next inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands to a T. Ground down into your sit bones and then see if you can lift that right heel. Yeah, squeezing the right hip flexors. We're going to pulse that right heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your right heel, cross it in front of your left foot. We're going to come all the way into our Shiva squat at the front of the mat. So you may or may not use the hands here. Maybe you bring them to heart center. Maybe they ground down. We're going to lift ourselves up onto our left shin. Turn to face the front of the mat. The left knee comes to that right calf. Taking a few Shiva squat pulses, we'll inhale, find warrior 3. Maybe hands reach back. Exhale, Shiva, bring it low. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bring it in. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, Shiva. Keep that right knee bent. Find your runner's lunge. Extend that left foot back. Plant the hands to frame your right foot. Find your 3-legged dog. Kick your right foot all the way up towards the sky. Option to find scorpion. Stack your right hip on top of the left. Open up. Now start to bring that right knee forward. We're going to drop the right knee right underneath the right hip. So right shin hits the earth. Find an inhale, 3-legged tabletop. Lift that left leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee. Take a few big hip circles one direction with that left hip. And the other way. Gently drop your left knee back down to the earth. Tuck your toes underneath your feet and then find your downward facing dog. Roll your hips up and back. So reaching out sides, ground down into your right toes. 3-legged dog, lift that left leg, not all the way high, maybe just parallel to the earth. Keep your left hip squared down in line with your right. Take a few big ankle circles one direction with that left foot. And the other way. Now keep your left foot lifted, lift your right heel, lower your right knee down to the earth, back in your 3-legged tabletop position. Exhale, find that chaturanga, shift the shoulders forward, drop the chest down, and then press yourself back up, 3-legged tabletop. Bend your left knee, bring your left knee to cross behind the right, bring your feet wide, cross-legged child's pose, reach the hands forward as the hips sink back. Slowly bring your shoulders back over the wrists. Ground down into your left knee. Let's slide that right knee forward for our active pigeon pose. You might press that left foot a little bit farther back. Bring the hands nice and wide. Take an inhale, lift up through the heart space, and then exhale, melt it down like a cobra. A couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your heart space. We're going to shift onto our right hip. Ground down into that left hip. Let your left toes spin up. Bring your right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale to reach your hands high. Exhale, reach your left hand towards your left foot, reach up and over with your right hand, press your right hip down into the earth. Well, inhale, stack your shoulders over your hips, bring your hands to a T, ground down into your sit bones, and then lift that left heel. We'll pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shiva squat at the front of the mat. Bring your left ankle, cross it all the way. Plant your left foot in the front of the mat. Maybe you drop the hands to the earth. Maybe you bring them to heart. Lift up onto your right shin. Face the front of your mat as your right knee squeezes towards your left calf. Find that warrior 3. Maybe hands reach back towards the right foot. Lengthen. Exhale, bring it low. Shiva squat. 2 more. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat, bring it in. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your left knee bent. Bring your hands to frame that left foot. Kick your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge. Plant down into the hands. Lift your left foot all the way up towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Stack your left hip on top of the right. Open up in that scorpion pose. All right, bring your left knee forward. We're lowering your left shin all the way down to the earth. So left shin plants, ground down into the hands, lift to the right leg, bend your right knee. Take a couple big hip circles one direction with that right hip. And the other way. Eventually, you'll drop your right knee down to meet the left. Tuck your toes underneath your feet and then roll your hips up and back. Find that downward facing dog. Optional connecting vinyasa. Inhale, roll it forward, high plank. Exhale, come halfway, chaturanga. Inhale through your upward facing, pull your heart space through. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Adding on, ground down into your left foot. Inhale, 3-legged dog, reach that right leg up and back. Maybe it lifts a little higher this time. Exhale, knee to nose, pull the shoulders forward. Bring your right knee towards your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog, kick that right leg high. Now keep your right leg lifted, lower your left knee all the way down to the earth. Exhale to that chaturanga push-up, drop the heart space down. And inhale, press it all the way up and back, 3-legged dog again. Now bring your right toes to your left heel rather. Press your right toes on your left heel to stretch through the left calf. Now cross your right foot behind that left foot. So you're in a cross-legged downward facing, left foot is in front of the right. Bring your left hand to center. Option to find this wild thing, hips open to the right. Spin yourself open as your right hand reaches up. And then bring it back through center. Cross-legged downward facing dog. Plant your right hand, lift your hips up. Finding that active pigeon, we'll bring that left foot forward, find that pigeon pose. This time, if it feels okay, we're going to bring the hands out to a T. Just hold here in this active pigeon. You might bring a block underneath your left hip if that feels uncomfortable for the knee or the hip, or bring the hands back down to the earth. Now, seeing if we can keep the hands where they are, we're going to open up, sink the left hip down, drop the right hip, let those right toes spin up. Now, square yourself towards that right foot, and then we're going to drop the heart space down towards the right knee. And inhale, lift. Bring it through center, square yourself towards the side of the mat. We'll lift that right heel and pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shiva squat, bring that right foot planted at the front of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center, bring your left knee to your right calf. We'll inhale, find that warrior 3, lengthen through the body, reach your hands back, we hold. You might find a micro bend or a deep bend in your right knee to be here. And nice and slow, start to bend the left knee, pull the left knee into the chest, bring your hands to heart center, half staff position. We'll inhale, reach the hands all the way up overhead. And then exhale, find the twist, bring the right hand forward, left hand back. Maybe right hand comes to the outside of that left leg. Half moon, swing your left leg all the way back, drop your right hand down, reach your left fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Warrior 2, start to bend into your right knee, bring your left foot to the back of the mat. One time, let's inhale, straighten your right leg, bring your hands overhead. And then exhale, sink back into that right knee, reach through the arms. This time, inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep your legs as they are as you reach your right fingertips up overhead. Exhale to extended side angle. Bring your right hand inside that right knee, so don't drop your right elbow on the right knee or bring your hand all the way down. Bring your right hand inside the right knee. Reach your left hand up overhead and then actively press your right hand into your right knee into right hand as you pull your ribs back and open up through that heart space. Next inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach that right hand all the way up overhead. Exhale to easy twist. Cartwheel your left hand down. Reach your right hand all the way up towards the sky. Optional horizon pose. We'll spin the toes over towards the right. Sink the hips low. Reach your right hand back towards that left foot. And we'll inhale, lift. Frame your right foot with your hands at the front of the mat. Three-legged dog. Kick your right foot all the way up towards the sky. Now, keep that right foot lifted, three-legged plank. As you pull the shoulders forward, bend your right knee so right foot plants up towards the sky, and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Half bow, flip to the tops of your left toes. Grab your right ankle or right foot with the hand. Exhale all of your air out. Inhale, kick your right foot into your hand to lift up through the heart space. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. Child's pose on 1. Bring your hands outside the heart space. Press your hips back to your heels at the back of the mat. Take a big inhale through your nose to fill. And open mouth, exhale, let that go. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Ground down into your right foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it in. Tap the left knee towards your nose as your shoulders come forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift that left leg high. Now keep your left leg lifted. Lift your right heel. Drop your right knee down to the earth. Little chaturanga push-up. Drop the heart space down. Press yourself all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Feel the strength of the arms. Bring your left toes to your right heel. Find that calf stretch here. Gently press your right toes down onto your left heel. Breathe into that back of the right leg. Cross-legged downward facing dog. Cross your left foot behind your right. So right foot is in front of left. Option to stay here. Find wild thing. Bring your right hand to the center and then let your hips naturally open up to the left. Feet don't move. They just pivot as your heart space lifts. Lift your left hand open through the front body. And come back into your cross-legged downward facing dog. Now we're going to uncross the legs by bringing that right foot forward to your active pigeon pose. Now remember this one, we're seeing if we can stay lifted, use the strength of that right hip, bring the hands out to a T, we just hold here. Now open it up to the left side of the mat, drop your right hip. Maybe the hands stay lifted as you open that left hip. Square your shoulders towards that left leg. One time, exhale, drop the heart space down. And then inhale, come back up. Square yourself towards that left side of the mat. Ground down into your sit bones. Lift your left heel and we pulse that left foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shiva squat, bring that left foot all the way forward. Bring your hands to your heart space. Shiva squat, bring your right knee to the back of that left calf. Inhale, find that warrior 3. Bring your hands towards the back by your hips. Ground down into your left foot. Maybe find a micro bend in the left knee. We hold here. Start to bend into your right knee, and then we'll pull that right knee through center. Half staff, bring your hands up overhead. Find the twist. Reach your left hand forward, right hand back as you exhale. Maybe bring your left hand outside the right knee. Find it a little bit deeper of a twist. Half moon, swing your right leg all the way back. Drop your left hand down, reach your right fingertips high to the sky. Balance is hard for me today, apparently. Holding here for a few breaths, really reach the right fingertips high. Lengthen through your left side body. Nice and slow, let's find warrior 2. Start to bend into your left knee, plant your right foot at the back of the mat. One time, just to find it in the hips, we're going to inhale, straighten that left leg, reach the hands high. Kind of keep the torso where it is, so ribs in line with hips and shoulders, square towards the side of the mat. And then exhale back into your warrior 2, open up through the arms. Keep the legs are there. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach your left hand up and back, lengthen through left side body. Exhale, extended side angle, bring that left hand right inside your left knee and reach your right hand up overhead. Really press the left hand into left knee into left hand to actively open that left hip. And let it go. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach your left hand all the way up and back. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to your easy twist. Plant your right hand inside the left foot, reach your left hand up overhead. Optional horizon pose, spin your toes to the left, drop your hips, reach your left hand towards your right foot. And find runner's lunge, frame your left foot with your hands at the front of the mat. Three-legged dog, kick your left leg all the way up and back. Three-legged plank, rock your shoulders forward, keep that left foot lifted. Bend your left knee, left foot plants on the ceiling, and then lower yourself all the way down. Flipping to the top of your right foot. Grab your left foot or your left ankle with your left hand, and then inhale, kick left foot into left hand to lift up through the heart space open. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, release on 1, and press yourself all the way back to your child's pose, hips to heels at the back of the mat. Big inhale through your nose to fill. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale to your tabletop, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Tuck your toes, exhale to your downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Ground down into your left foot, inhale, three-legged dog, reach that right leg high. We'll start the same as last time, exhale, knee to nose, bring it in. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick your right foot up towards the sky. Keep your right foot lifted, we'll drop the left knee down. Chaturanga push-up, drop the heart space. Feel the strength of the arms as you lift yourself all the way up and back, three-legged dog, right leg goes high. Switching it up this time, runner's lunge, bring that right foot forward. Plant it inside the right hand, and then immediately find your Shiva squat. Squeeze your left knee towards that right calf, hands to heart. Now this time, we'll cross that left foot over towards the right outside edge of the left foot, drops down. Drop your left hand down to the earth and reach that right hand up overhead. Find that twisted curtsy lunge. Keep your legs as they are. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead, standing on that right foot. And then find your half staff. Bring your left knee towards your chest. You can bring the hands towards heart center. Finding that twist, right hand forward, left hand back. Maybe you grab the left foot this time and kick it forward. Maybe not. Maybe you grab the outside of the left knee, or just reach the fingertips away from each other without grabbing anything. If you have hold of the foot, see if you can let it go and keep the foot kind of where it is using that strength. Half moon, swing your left foot all the way back. Drop the right fingertips down as you reach the left fingertips high. Switching it up a little this time, we'll find our goddess pose, bend into the knees. Plant your left foot and sink the hips between the knees, hands to heart center. Breathe here. You might find a little rock in the knees and the feet to open up. Slowly finding stillness here. Now we're going to go between goddess and our horizon pose. So we're going to twist towards the back of the mat, plant your right hand inside that left foot, open it up all the way to horizon. And then we'll come back through center. You might need to pull your right foot in a little bit closer to goddess pose. Come through center. And then we'll find horizon the other way. Plant your left hand inside that right foot. Open it all the way up, horizon. This time, side plank. Lift your hips, bring your right foot back to meet the left at the back of the mat. And let's see if we can squeeze that left knee towards the chest. Maybe kick the left foot right out in front of us. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Three-legged dog, kick your left foot all the way up towards the sky. Right hand plants. Exhale, left knee to nose, pull it in. Three-legged dog, kick it all the way up. Keep your left foot lifted, drop your right knee down to the earth. Find that chaturanga push-up, drop the heart space down. Three-legged dog, press yourself all the way up and back. Runner's lunge, bring that left foot forward. Plant it next to the left hand, straight into your Shiva squat. Bring your right knee towards your left calf. Find the balance here. This time finding that twisted curtsy, kick your right foot over towards the left, drop your right hand down, reach your left fingertips up towards the sky, opening into that twist. Now keep your feet where they are, reach the hands up towards the sky. Ground down into your left foot and then bring your right knee into your chest as your hands come to heart center. Now, either finding that twist, left hand forward, right hand back, maybe the left hand comes to the right knee, or maybe it comes to the right foot and kicks it forward. Now, if you have hold of that right foot, as you let it go, let's see if we can keep it where it is. To find half moon, swing that right foot all the way back. As you drop your left hand down, reach your right fingertips high. Goddess pose, bend into the knees. Plant your right foot, sink the hips, hands to heart. Again, maybe you kind of rock right to left here to eventually find it. Taking a few deep breaths. Now we'll twist to the back of the mat first. So plant your left hand inside that right foot, open up to horizon pose, spin yourself, open to the right. And then we'll come back to center through that goddess pose. Hands to heart as you sink the hips low. Now we're going to the front of the mat, right hand plants inside that left foot, open it up, horizon. Side plank this time, lift your hips, bring your left foot back to meet the right. Ground down into the inside edge of that left foot and then squeeze your right knee to the chest. Maybe you kick that right foot forward. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog, kick your right foot all the way up to the sky. Keep the right foot lifted. Find that three-legged tabletop. Drop your left knee down to the earth. Bend your right knee and cross it behind your left. We're cooling it down. Press your hips back towards your heels. You might hang out in this cross-legged child's pose or sink your hips all the way back to your full Gomukhasana. Sometimes I like to add the twist, so we'll inhale, lift the hands high, and then exhale, twist to the left. Bring your right elbow or right wrist outside that left knee. Lengthen through the spine as you find the twist. Let's come back through center. Walk yourself back forward, coming into that cross-legged tabletop position. From your cross-legged tabletop, tuck your toes underneath your feet, lift your hips up towards the sky. Option to find that wild thing one more time. Plant your left hand and then let the hips naturally open up towards the right. Open that right arm, open the chest. Maybe getting a little bit more depth in this one. And come back through center, cross-legged, downward facing dog. Now pull that left knee forward for pigeon pose. Sink the hips low. Lift up through the heart space. Take a big inhale and then exhale. If you want to, sleep your pigeon. Walk your hands down and let yourself relax. Gently start to walk your hands back up underneath the shoulders. Tuck your right toes and then find your downward facing dog. Slide your left foot back to meet the right. Option for connecting vinyasa will inhale, roll the shoulders forward. Exhale, come halfway down. Inhale through your upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. We'll inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the left foot lifted. Lift your right heel, lower your right knee all the way down to the earth. Bend your left knee and then cross your left knee behind your right. Sinking your hips for that cross-legged child's, or sinking them all the way down and back. For your Gomukhasana cow face pose, option to do whatever you want with your hands. Maybe your hips are pretty open, you'll fold forward, or we'll inhale, lift the arms. To exhale, find that twist, left wrist or elbow outside the right knee as you lengthen through the spine. Taking a few moments to sink into this position, allowing ourselves to stretch gently but not too deeply. Just being really cautious and careful with our bodies. Come back through center. Walk your hands back forward. From your cross-legged tabletop, we'll tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. One more time if you want it. We'll find that wild thing. Bring your right hand to center. Let the hips open to the left. Open through your heart space. Lift your hips up towards the sky. And release. Come back through center. This time, uncrossing the legs, we'll bring that right foot forward for pigeon pose. Lift up through the heart space. Option to hang out here or sleep the pigeon, allowing yourself to melt down on top of the leg. Gentle release. Start to walk your hands back up underneath the shoulders. This time we'll sink onto that right hip and bring the left foot forward. Plant your feet in front of you, reverse tabletop. Bring your hands back behind the hips and then lift your hips up towards the sky to open through the front body and the shoulders. You can kind of rock back and forth to stretch the shoulders and the wrists if that feels good. And then let it go. Lower your hips down to the earth and slowly let yourself roll all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then release into your Savasana position. Open up through those legs and through the arms. Taking one last big breath together. Start by taking a big inhale through your nose to fill, lift, open, expand, hold it there. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Sinking into your Savasana pose. As always, if you have the gift of time today, I always encourage hanging out here a little bit longer. When you do decide to come out, do so slowly, gently, intentionally. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.